G'day, my name's Jenny King and I've been asked by my Texan friends to show you how to do Solomon's knot in a circle. But it's easiest for me to show you how to make a circle. Now I've just made 5 chain. We're going to slip stitch into the first chain. That's pulling that through everything to make a ring. Now we want to work, if this was a little donut, we want to work into the center of the donut. So first of all, we're going to chain 1. Now we could start with Solomon's knot straight up, but it's really hard for you to see where we're going. So I'm just going to work the traditional way of making a circle, which is 12 trebles or double crochets for you Texans, into the ring. So yarn over, insert the hook into the circle or ring, the middle of the donut, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on the hook, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to do that again for you. Yarn over into the hole of the donut, pull up a loop. We've got 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now a lot of people like to work over this tail. I like to leave him until the end and secure it and pull in my circle right at the beginning when I'm at the very end of my job. Okay, working over actually makes it a little bit chunkier. So another treble, and I'm going to work now in trebles until I have 12. I'll try to go fast for you. Now I don't hold my hook or my thread or anything the way it's seen in the books. I learned as a kid. So you do whatever comes fast when you're a kid. And now I'm fast enough that I don't really need to worry about what's right or wrong, as long as it works for me. Now we're going to count these. Remember, we don't count that first chain at the beginning. It's just a going up stitch. So 1 treble, 2 trebles, 3 trebles, 4 trebles, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. If we're starting a hat, that's a good way to start too if you're working from the top. Now we're going to join with a slip stitch. Now here you can see a chain, and we're going to go under. That's actually the top of our first stitch, but sometimes it's sneaky and we can't see it, so it usually is sitting forward. We need to go under both of those, pull the yarn through and join. Now I need another going up stitch for our next row, but we're going to be working in Solomon's knots this time around, or lover's knots. So chain 1 and do a double crochet. Sorry, I get excited with a hook in my hand. Double crochet or single crochet for the Texans is straight in the hole, pull up a loop. There's 2 on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Now that's establishing the beginning of our lover's knot round. Now I have done a tutorial on lover's knot before, and I have a book on it, as a matter of fact. I don't know whether it's been discontinued though, that's the only problem. Now to make a lover's knot, we're going to make what we call a chain. But instead of letting the chain shrink down, we're going to hold this part of the chain and that part of the chain, and we're going to hold them separate so that they can't get together and shrink down. So that's your front loop and your back thread that you've just pulled through. Hold it apart however you can. It's a bit hard to show you how I hold it apart. I quite often pop my finger in it. And then we're going to do a single crochet or a double crochet into that gap. Now let me pull up another loop for you. So we're just as if we were going to make a chain, but we don't let it shrink down. We hold it open, pull the yarn through as if we're making a chain. Hold it with your thumb, with your finger, however you can. And we're going to do a single crochet or a double crochet if you're British or Australian into that gap. So between those 2 at the side there, the one there, we're going to work straight in and do a double crochet. Double meaning got 2 loops on the hook, pull through, and our first set is done. Now we're going to do a double crochet into the next treble. So what we've formed is a little mountain peak, and we're going to be going back into the top of that mountain in our next row. Now I'm going to work all the way around, so we pull up a loop, hold it open, and work a double crochet into it. Pull up a loop, double crochet into it, and then we're going to come back down here and work into our next treble by doing a double crochet. 1, 2. Now I learnt to do Solomon's knot when I was 15 from an instruction booklet that came with one of our regular weekly magazines. And I always just popped my finger into it because it was easy for me to keep it apart that way. You might find it's easy to put your thumb on it. So we're going to be working in groups of 2. Now you're pulling up the loop, excuse me while I pull out some more thread. You're pulling up the loop about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. That's entirely your choice. But as a kid, I probably want a great big loop so I get the job done faster. Work a double crochet into the next stitch and continue around. So pull up a loop, do a double crochet, pull up a loop, double crochet, then do a single crochet into the next one. Now I'm going to continue working that around, and I'm going to show you the next step. When we get right around to the beginning, I'm going to show you how to join so that we're at the top of the mountain peak. Enjoy. Get to that stage and we'll be back. Meet back up.